The following program contains material that is not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the Community Media Center Marin, it's marINSANITY.
marINSANITY, how's it going? Yeah. Let's give it up to everyone who put the show on, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Everybody have a good Father's Day? Do we have some fathers in the room? Yes. Yeah? Nice. Congrats.
I had a bummer Father's Day.
You had a bummer Father's Day? Why is that?
I had a bad cold.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I don't like Father's Day. I hate it because all of the men in my family are just terribly awkward. And on Father's Day, I have to call my dad, my stepdad, and now my brother because he's having a baby now. Like his wife is pregnant. And it's just like pulling teeth on the phone. Like they don't know how to talk on the phone. It's terrible. It's like you ever talk to like 5-year-old children? It's like that. You have to ask like open-ended questions. I'm just like, did you have a good Father's Day? Yeah. What'd you do? I golfed. How was the golfing? It was rough. It's tough. Thank you. I got a new girlfriend. That's good news. I know. I'm excited. We were watching. I know. We were watching this movie, and it had Bradley Cooper in it. Are you guys familiar? Oh yeah. Bradley Cooper. Yeah. Hottie, huh? And so my girlfriend liked him too. She said, "Oh my God, he's my free pass." And I didn't know what a free pass is. Is anyone familiar with what a free pass is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Could you give me an explanation if possible?
Yes. A free pass is like someone that your spouse, is attracted to, and if it came down to it, they could have a quickie or something with that person.
Exactly.
Right.
And
Exactly. Free pass. One.
Supposedly
and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked my girlfriend. I was like, "What is that?" She said, "Oh, all couples do it. It's where you and I, we each get to choose one person, anyone in the world, that we can have sex with, and we can't get mad at each other if it happens."
Oh.
She chose Bradley Cooper. I chose my ex-girlfriend. She was not happy. It was a bad choice. She said, "You idiot, you're supposed to pick a celebrity." I had no idea. I didn't know we were dealing in hypotheticals. I thought it was more like an insurance policy, I was like, I'm booked, I'm going to cash in on something realistic,
Well, keep it simple.
I know, right?
Cash for ass.
That's
there
what
you
I
go.
was thinking. I didn't think she was being realistic. Bradley Cooper? I don't have sex with girls that have sex with Bradley Cooper,
Good idea.
Not because I had sex with 3 girls who had sex with Bradley Cooper and I noticed like a weird pattern in their behavior. Like, not again. That's not the joke. I gotta explain that joke sometimes. You guys ever go to these music festivals? Woodstock, maybe?
Well,
No.
Almost.
I'm not making fun of your age. Don't make. No. I've been going to a lot of music festivals. I started in high school. First time I went to a music festival was also the first time I ever did hard drugs. And I had a great time. And I was nervous that I would pick up a drug habit. So I made a rule with myself. I said, "Jeff, you can't do hard drugs unless you're at a music festival." So I started going to a lot of music festivals.
Oh no.
I went to a lot. And then this last music festival I was at, it was only like a few weeks ago. I said, "You know what, Jeff? You don't need drugs to have fun, And I said, one of the days I'm going to be sober. I'm not going to do drugs. And that was a really good experiment because I found out that I don't like music festivals. Just the drugs. I love the drugs. Like, what if I did something I actually liked and did drugs, like watch Girls on HBO, Anybody watch that show? It's a good one. I've been daydreaming a lot lately. I have. And I don't daydream like I did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I daydreamed that like I'm throwing the game-winning touchdown like I'm Tom Brady, And now my daydreams are much more realistic. Like maybe, or like sometimes I daydream that I have a successful career. I've given up on that one. No, I'll let you in on one of my daydreams. Like my whole life, I just wanted to satisfy my parents, like for once, you know. So I'll let you in on one of them. So I'm on stage, right, and my parents are in the audience, right, and I'm killing, guys. Like I'm destroying. It's nothing like right now. I'm giving the best eulogy at my brother's funeral. Like, you know, you have no idea. Everyone in the audience is bawling their eyes out. And I was like, this is the best moment of my life. All right, so we're going to get your show started. Really good joke to end on, huh? All right, so let's bring up your first comedian. She's absolutely hilarious. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so by day she's a mother of two who swears like a sailor. By night she's a saint. Please welcome the up-and-coming talent who's been performing in the Greater Bay Area. Put your hands together for Sarah Cuvian, everybody.
Hey, thank you. Hi, everyone. How's it going tonight? I'm so excited to be here, mostly because I don't have to put my kids to bed, which is sweet at times, but my kids can be assholes, so it's fun to kind of get out of that duty. My 8-year-old recently came home and told us that she had learned the B word. And so my husband and I were curious to see if it was really the B word, because sometimes she'll say she knows, you know, an S word and it ends up being stupid, you know, that's not the S word. So we say, okay, well, let us know what the B word is then. And she goes, well, I can't tell you. So then we're thinking, okay, this is probably like the legit B word. And she says, you know, Kiara taught it to me, and she said I can't say it, especially to you guys. And I could tell that she really, really wanted to tell us what the B word was, because she goes, I can tell you what it rhymes with. And so we're like, okay, well, what does it rhyme with? And she takes a moment, and you could tell she's just trying to find that perfect word that rhymes with the B word. And she goes, it rhymes with bitch. Fuck. So she knows the F word too. So she's really cute, and she's learning how to, you know, read and write in school right now. And they do this thing called best guess spelling, where they just sound it out, and it's like phonetically, how does this word, you know, sound? And they write the letters, and so it always turns out kind of off from what it's supposed to be. And she wrote me a card for my birthday, and it was really cute. Happy birthday, mommy, I love you, all that. And I'm reading it, and my heart broke because I had to end up taking my red pen out and marking off and, you know, giving it back because it wasn't quite right. Anyway, so yeah, they're good kids. I have 2 kids. They're both really good. Unlike me, I was a decent child, but my teens were really rough, and so I'm a little bit nervous to see how their teens go. My mom kicked me out when I was 18 because of what a bad teenager I was. And I thought, I need to get back at my mom. How can I get back at my mom for kicking me out when I was 18? And so I thought, well, I'll do something that I'm already pretty good at, which is fucking people. So I thought, I'm gonna fuck a bum. That will really get her back. And so I went out and I fucked a bum. But not just any bum. I had to get like the cream of the crop. And so I found this guy, and he had tattoos all over his face. And he had long dreadlocks, but with bangs, okay? Like, he couldn't decide on a hairstyle. Dreadlocks and bangs. And his name was Pepe, and this is totally a true story. And so I did it, and I went back to my mom, and I couldn't wait to see her broken heart. And so I say, Mom, you kicked me out, and I fucked a bum. And I was just waiting for that look on her face. And I did not get what I wanted because she had been going to Al-Anon, it turns out. And so she knew how to not be so codependent and give that energy back that I was looking for. And so all I got for fucking a bum was, I'm sorry. That's all I got. And I look back and I realize, in hindsight, that I probably didn't need to actually fuck a bum.
Yeah, right.
I could have just told her I fucked a bum. But I'm a really authentic person. So, you know, I'm and it was really fun. So no regrets.
Okay.
Yes. So, does anyone here, have you guys had anesthesia before? Anyone? Yeah? Did you guys like it? Yeah, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I love anesthesia. So I'm actually a recovering drug addict. And so getting anesthesia is kind of like a freebie for me. And so I had to go in and have a tooth pulled. And it was quite a procedure. So they had to give me general anesthesia. So I was kind of excited about that. So I go to the dentist and we get there and the dentist says, okay, Sarah, we're going to be using a new kind of anesthesia. And so, you know, my brain's like, yeah, what is this going to be about? And so he says, now there's a side effect to this one. It's going to cause pretty intense tingling in the groin right before you go out. And so I'm thinking like, fuck yeah, right? And so he said, and another thing, because it's so intense, we're going to need to strap you down and restrain your arms. And then I was really like, fuck yeah. And I look on my estimate and it's not on there. There's no like extra charge for tingling genitals and like bondage. So it turns out it's really good that I was strapped down because just before the lights went out, I felt the most intense tingling. It was like someone had like unleashed an ant farm into my pants. And had I not been strapped down, I surely would have clawed at my vagina. And of course, like they bring my husband in when I'm waking up and first thing out of my mouth is my vagina feels weird. So we don't really talk about that anymore. Enough about my vagina. Really quickly, I'm going to leave you with one other story about my husband's balls. He's a long distance runner, so he gets shaved down there, and it's kind of gross. So I went to Whole Foods, and I got him a nice like salve, balm type stuff to put there. And we keep it in the house. It's not just for balls. But everyone in the house knows that that's Daddy's ball cream. We keep it in a drawer. No one tries to use it for anything else. Well, my mother came to stay with us, and she didn't know about Daddy's ball cream. So one day, she comes out into the living room. We're sitting there, and she's holding it, and she's going like this. And she says, Sarah, this is so good. Did you get this at Whole Foods? There's a little hair hanging out of the corner of her mouth. I'm going to leave you guessing whether or not we told her what it actually was. I'm Sarah Cuvion. Thank you so much.
All right.
Sarah Cuvion, everybody. Give it up for Sarah. All right. I know you guys are going to love your next comedian. I'm a big fan. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's give it up. He runs a ton of shows. He's a San Francisco Funny Fest champion. He's been featured at Comedy Day in Golden Gate Park and is performing later this year at the Ventura Comedy Club Festival. Let's give a warm welcome for Justin Lockwood, everybody.
Keep it going for Jeff. Give it up for Jeff. Hosting this thing. Thank you all so much for coming out to marINSANITY. What's that? I am being told that is pronounced marINSANITY. My bad. I am so sorry. In my defense, that's the first time those two words have been used together in a sentence. So We'll get back on track here. It's marINSANITY. Yesterday was Father's Day. Any fathers in the audience? Congratulations, sir. Sir, I have a son of my own as well. So Sunday was Father's Day, and then I sit down to breakfast this morning, and today is the first day of Shark Week, and I was like, what the hell? These guys are getting an entire week. I get 1 day a year. That's messed up, sharks. I mean, I'm great. I'm white. I'm a dad. I should get a whole week. My parents are amazing people. They're in their 70s, but they're still active. They're still doing, what they love. They are still growing and selling weed.
Yes.
That is, it's absolutely true. My parents have grown and sold weed my entire life since I was a baby. No, I know that for a fact because my birth certificate clearly lists my weight in grams. Yeah, it's emotional for me. My birth certificate is my 2 little footprints and my street value. It's true. In their defense, I was born at home like a lot of hippie kids. It was the only scale they had. They were just doing their best, working with what they had. I used to be embarrassed of the whole thing, but now I'm really just proud of them. I mean, they're like an elderly couple now, except the only difference is when they yell at the neighborhood kids, it's to get on their grass. Living up there in Mendocino. I live in Berkeley, and it's where my son goes to school, is in Berkeley. It's an intense place, Berkeley. It really is. My son's name is Shiloh, which is a very straightforward name if you're a Jew. Some of the names of the other kids in this class are getting entirely out of hand. Like a Berkeley school is the only place you'll hear an announcement that goes, yes, namaste, please report to the principal's office, namaste. Yes, resist, your mother is here to get you, resist. There's a girl in my son's class whose name is just Shh. And she's awful. She's awful. My parents actually sent my brothers and I to a Waldorf school. Anybody else go to Waldorf school? Of course not. You know why? Because it's not really a school. It's not. It's not really a school. Okay, it's a school, but it's like the kind of school where it's perfectly acceptable to answer a math question with interpretive dance. It's one of those kind of schools. I mean, I can barely spell or do basic arithmetic, but oh my God, can I play the recorder? I mean, I own hot cross buns, okay? I own it. It has never come up in a job interview, but I have got it. I love living in Berkeley. I love being a father. I love it because my son is constantly teaching me new things. He's keeping me on my toes. I mean, I feel prepared for most things as a dad, but every once in a while he surprises me. The other day he comes running into the living room, completely naked and laughing hysterically. Already a scary combo. Then he looks at me and he tells me that he has just discovered that the iPad cannot tell the difference between his finger and his penis. And I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for that at all. Nor was I prepared for just how good he was at Angry Birds. I mean, I didn't think those birds could get angrier, but they can. They can. And I didn't think it was a big deal. I really didn't. I'm just that kind of dad. Really so what? So what? So he's playing video games with his penis. It's just not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But then we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and they do not have a sense of humor at that place. They really don't. They don't. They have a very strict, you touch it with your penis, you buy it policy. But they do not have a sense of humor. I've been living in Berkeley for a long time. I've been going to a lot of protests lately. Anybody else? Anybody else taking it to the streets? Sometimes. No? Sometimes? All right, good for you. I just have a quick observational piece that I'd like to offer out to the Bay Area. Maybe if we want to get some things done in the world, maybe our protests could look a little bit more like protests and a little bit less like a street carnival. I don't know. There just seem to be a lot of people in the Bay Area who look at the newspaper and think to themselves, what's this? Oh my God, women aren't being paid the same amount as men. What's this? Teachers are being laid off. What's this? Police are shooting people in the streets. Well, there's only one thing I know what to do about this. Where is my unicycle? This problem is not going to solve itself. I need my juggling balls and my finest jester hat. Somebody has got to do something. I know you guys have protested in your days. I'm looking out here at the audience. I know it's happened. Let's see, what else can we talk about here in the minute that I have left here?
Balls?
Yeah, we could talk about the balls thing. We could talk about that because I run a lot, but I've never gone that direction with that whole thing. And I watch a lot of the Food Channel, and I've never seen that come up. Now I'm thinking about it. Now it's in my mind. Now it's running through there.
Get your balls to the wall.
Spit it out.
Oh no, we've got 20 seconds here left. I'm trying to think about how many balls references I can make within 20 seconds. No, you guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Give it up for your host, Jeff Dean.
Preston Lockwood, everybody. Give it up. All right. You guys are gonna like your headliner. You guys ready? All right, your headliner this evening. She's gonna come in like a storm that will leave you with a wacky, wind-blown soul and a pocket full of wisdom, guys. Let's give it up for Mary Boucher, everybody.
Your man ever get mad at you for jerking him off?
No.
To warm up your hand?
Oh yeah, give me a high five, girl. Give me a high five. Oh, you're a sinner. You are a sinner. Oh man, your hand is warm. You look happy. Chris Cornell did not die. He's just hanging out in Marin. My name is Mary Boucher. Bushy. Powerful last name, right? Liberating. I came to my parent. I found my family tree recently, and it goes all the way back to the Mayflower days. And I came to find out that my great grandfather's name was Harry Bushy.
Yeah.
Harry Bushy. Yes. It doesn't stop there though. He had a daughter, Sweet Lotta Bushy. So I'm not the first comedian in the family. Before I was a comedian, though, I was a model. And I am pretty embarrassed to say that because a lot of times people will find me on YouTube as that viral Paris Fashion Week girl who fell off runways and stuff. That was me. But that's what happens when you take PCP and walk on stilts. So bound to happen. I honestly, I just want to be rich. That's why I did modeling. I just want to be rich. I feel like Marin gets that because they all are rich. But I want to be rich because I want to have the opportunity to just buy my self-esteem instead of relying on people's laughs. I want to be rich enough to, I want to be so rich that my children will be famous for doing nothing. And I can get away with naming them things like Apple Bitch. I want to be so rich that I have the choice, the decadent choice, to be hospitalized for exhaustion. That's a Kanye level of wealth that all of us should strive for. And I'm sure probably Marin already has made it there. It's not a myth that models struggle with anorexia. And I did have an eating disorder. Eventually, I did get addicted to heroin. I tell my friends this, though, and they don't care much about the heroin. They're always like, we're hanging out, and maybe there's a pizza there. Would you have the pizza? No?
No, not. What about a smoothie? Not smoothies off the table. Oh man, that's crazy. What's your secret? What's your tip? Sick women out there. But I feel like because I went from eating disorder to heroin addiction, I felt like it was like jaywalking to murder.
Oh.
Just like no middle ground at all. Just got out there, made it count. We had to have the thigh gap. Do you know what the thigh gap is?
The thigh gap, yeah.
She's like, yes, you put your feet together and your thighs don't touch. I like how you're like, yes, it's a triangle. I got this. I know this. I like how you're, it's like a cul-de-sac. I like this guy. Oh, man. But yeah, I did sport the thigh gap for a couple of years. I'm really glad I don't model anymore though, because if you look at those models, they're always kind of like posing weird in Vogue magazine or whatever they do, and they always have dead eyes, but they always think they're having like the fuck eyes, and they just need a little milk. They just need some milk, and they'll get some more life in their eyes, you know. But they're just sitting here like. Like, who looks at that and says, oh my God, I want that vest? Do you know what air dancers are? Yes? I love you. Finally, you're the first person who ever knew what an air dancer is.
Air sex.
Air sex?
Oh my God.
I think we're talking about different things.
Both of them, I know about them.
Oh, I'm going to have to find out about air sex later.
Amazing.
So air dancers are those things that are in car lots. They do not have sex, but they're just waving around, and he's like, yeah. I want to be an air dancer. I want the air dancers to be the next supermodels. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because like, you know, they send positive energy and stuff, and then you can just give them a little attitude, a little pizzazz, and just have them go. Chanel,
Oh yeah, those guys.
Gucci, Prada. Those should be. Thank you. I love that. Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah, I know those guys.
So what is air sex? I have a minute.
Oh my God. It's like you're having sex with somebody, but no one's really there, and it's really the air. And you're doing everything you would do with another person, but it's really just the air you're doing it with.
Dry humping.
Yeah.
It's dry humping. My dog does that.
With the air. And
So it's like,
yeah.
Like it's Prince. Did Prince design it?
I've seen it on TV, and it was pretty amazing.
Who was doing it?
Of course, some white person.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm the white person that you guys have hired for the air sex, air dancer extravaganza. Air guitar, yeah. But no, this is just like what I will do for the rest of the set. Little red Corvette, bow, bow. Baby, you must too fast. Bow, bow. I'm glad I just went off script with my set. You guys were wonderful. Air sex has been that's my new game.
Look it up.
I will. Well, you guys were wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Give it up for Mary Boucher, everybody. Mary Boucher. Well, guys, that's our show. I hope you had fun. I'm Jeff Dean. I've been your host. Yeah, it was a good show. All right.